Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are looking at Aerodrome Finance as well as Base Network and what is happening around Aerodrome and Base Network. It's been a while since I've covered Aerodrome, so let's see what is happening around Aerodrome and Base Network. So let's get started. So first of all, let's look at what happened with Aerodrome and Base recently. So first of all, we have Base Camp Summit where we had Coinbase CEO, as you can see here. We even have Battle, which is pretty big. I think they also had creator of Base as well and other developers as well as VP at Coinbase as well as consumer products as well as senior director. So this was a pretty big one. So they did actually speak, and Aerodrome, I think Aerodrome does get a lot of benefit from it because Base uh, is growing, and that does benefit a lot to the Aerodrome as well. So that's pretty good. And as for the Aerodrome, they did have a pretty good news, as you can see here. So they launched, so basically Circle actually launched, uh, as you can see here, Euro stablecoin EURC on Base, and Aerodrome did actually launch that as well. So that was pretty big one, as you can see here, for Aerodrome as well as Base. After that, we had Aerodrome actually broke 3 billion in volume, so that was pretty massive, as you can see, and this was achieved in just epoch 49. So that was a pretty big one, I think, and that does mean that Aerodrome does have a lot of demand in the Base ecosystem. After that, again, we have some comparison against Uniswap, and Uniswap is not even close, so that's pretty good for Base. And after that, we have a pretty big one. So they actually did launch something called, okay, so they did launch actually their mirror account, as you can see here. So as of now, they are actually introducing DeFi, as you can see. So the first blog they had was about MetaDex, and after that they had on Dex is part 1. So I think this is educational series, so that's pretty good overall, I think, for the Base as well as Aerodrome, as they are actually growing the article support, and I think the articles, so that's pretty good, I think, for Aerodrome. So this news is a massive news, as you can see here. Coinbase has actually posted that CBBTC is coming, which means that we are going to see Bitcoin on Base blockchain, or BTC on Base blockchain, which is actually going to be pegged to the, or that is a wrapped BTC basically, and that is going to come on Base. So that's a pretty big one, because what that means is that Aerodrome is going to get its launch, of course, and that is a pretty big one for Aerodrome as well as Base DeFi. So I think that is going to actually add massive amount of volume to the Aerodrome as well as Base network. So I think that's pretty good one and that's a pretty big win for Aerodrome as well as Base. So now let's look at some of the stats of the Base as well as Aerodrome. So first of all, as you can see here, we have the TVL of Base. Unfortunately, the market is actually not that stable as of now. As you can see here, we had a big dip and the Base did recover, but as of now it is not going that much up. As you can see here, it did actually ended up hitting 1.3 billion. So as of now it has recovered around 180 million. That's pretty good, but we are nowhere near its all-time high, which is actually around 1.78 or 1.77 if you like to call it. So as of now, overall the DeFi is not doing good, and the Base still is the biggest one. As you can see here, it is in the top 10, so that's pretty good, I think. But overall, I think the Base still seems pretty bullish. If you look at its DeFi, as you can see here, we have a lot of greens, as you can see here. So that means we have new project actually getting a lot of attraction, so that's pretty good for the Base. And as for the DEXs, as you can see here, Uniswap has lost a lot, so it has actually lost over 29%, which is a pretty big one, and it is around 189.24 million TVL on the Base and But if you look at Aerodrome, it has been doing awesome. As you can see, it has only lost around 7.16. So I think overall Aerodrome does seems to be getting a lot of attraction on base, so that's pretty good for Aerodrome. And as for the Aerodrome TVL, it's high, I think it's around 800 million. So of course we are down around 200 million, so that's not good, but it has been getting a pretty good TVL. As you can see here, we do have a pretty good volume, so that's pretty good for Aerodrome. When it comes to the users, as you can see here, we have the users data, as you can see here, and of course at the top we have Uniswap, because that is the biggest one. After we have Binance Smart Chain as well, as you can see. After that we have 1inch. 1inch does have a lot of users, and Aerodrome is still in the top 10, but it does not have that many users. As you can see, despite having 95k, it is actually beating Uniswap, so that's pretty good, I think. And Velodrome is way back, so Aerodrome does have a lot of demand when it comes to DEX on the base, so that's pretty good one. So that means the base DEX is the sixth biggest one, so that's pretty good, I think, at least for the Aerodrome. After that we have some stable coins, as you can see here, and I'm not sure what is happening here, because this is these are the stable coin and we are at base chain, as you can see here. So as of now we have around 3 billion supply of stable coins on or USD on the base, as you can see here. But if you look here, Uniswap is the biggest one, so I'm not sure what's going on here. But after that we have base, so that's pretty good one, I think, and followed by Coinbase, of course, that is the biggest one, and Moonwell and Aave. So overall I think this is for the, I think, 3 months. So let's see if we have anything. So these are basically the transfers, where are the transfers happening. But if you look here, in the last 7 days, Aerodrome is the biggest one. We had over 346 million transfer volume for the USD, so that's pretty big one, followed by Uniswap, of course, but it's not that big. And Coinbase, Moonwell is doing excellent, followed by Coinbase. So overall I think Uniswap is doing Aerodrome is doing good in the last 7 days compared to Uniswap, so that's pretty good. Just a second, let's see what happened in the monthly. And okay, so in monthly volume Uniswap is still ahead, so that may not be good for Aerodrome. But still Aerodrome, if you look at the TVL, Aerodrome is still beating Uniswap, and Uniswap has lost a lot, so that could be reason why Uniswap had a lot of volume. Anyways, I think Aerodrome is in the solid spot, so that's pretty good for Aerodrome. Okay, so just a quick update on Aerodrome locks. As you can see here, in the last 3 epoch we did have a pretty good lock, as you can see, around 1 million and 2.7 and 2.9, so that's what pretty good. So let's just move to Aerodrome's price section and see what is happening there. So it has been a while since I have done technical analysis on Aerodrome, so I will just delete everything and we'll look from a fresh perspective. So as of now, if we look at the daily chart, I think we are in a pretty rough downtrend from the looks of it, as you can see here. And if we let's just try to draw a downtrend, as you can see here. So again, I think this downtrend seems to be pretty strong. So if we do end up breaking this downtrend, so somewhere around here, we could actually see a pretty big breakout from the looks of it. So as of now, I think it is actually trying to break out, as you can see here. But if it does not break out, I'm afraid we are again heading down somewhere around here. So if it does not break out and continues to go down, I think our next target is probably somewhere around here. So okay, so I think if it does not break out and goes down, I think we are heading around 57 cent, and I think after that it will try to again break out at the top. But if we do end up breaking out from here, I think we could actually go as high as around 79, or I think 78 is a possibility. So let's see what happens. But we do have a resistance around 74 as well, and 72 seems pretty good. But overall, if you look at Aerodrome's stats and Aerodrome's development, I think Aerodrome is doing pretty well. And as of now, Of course the DeFi is down, so that may be one of the reasons why Aerodrome is going down, but we do have a pretty good, if you look at the supply, it has a pretty good supply lockdown each week, as you can see here. So last week we had around 2.9 and this week we have around I think 1.2 million as of now, so it is actually increasing. So as long as lock growth continues to grow, I think the Aerodrome will most likely end up again going to the top. Most likely I think our what we need to break is actually $1.1 if we want to go higher. But as of now I think if we do break out from here, we are most likely heading higher, because from the looks of it this is a pretty strong downtrend and it could go either way from here. But if we go at the top, I think we are breaking out and will continue at least 80 or 85 seems to be possible as well. So let's see what happens. But as of now, overall this downtrend seems to be pretty strong, so let's hope if it breaks out from here. But if it does not, we are most likely heading towards 57, and if the 57 does not hold, we are most likely we will most probably end up hitting again even lower levels somewhere around here, so that may not be good. Again, it all depends on BTC, and if the BTC does retest towards 70k, I think Aerodrome could actually easily end up hitting $1.1 or even higher. So it all depends on BTC, where the BTC goes. So anyways, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.